The distances and time: 1 by a length and a quarter, 4 1/4 lengths between second and third, half a length between third and fourth, a distance between fourth and fifth. Time: 1 minute 26.543 seconds. I repeat, 1 1/4, 4 1/4, half, a distance. Time: 1 minute 26.543 seconds.
Your attention please. The all clear has been given for the second race in Kolkata. Please note, in the third race in Kolkata, horse number 4 Emery's and horse number 9 Fancy Nancy are being led out early to the start. I repeat, horse number 4 Emery's and horse number 9 Fancy Nancy are being led out early to the start.
And they're off and racing for the Contralto handicap. Little slowly out there was Hellblazer. And as they settle down to race, and it's Asterix being joined on the outside there by Tamar, on the wider outside by Sunflare. These three have pulled away by almost about 3.5 lengths there from Vinam Rao. Then comes Elios, and about 4.5, 5 lengths adrift in the rear, Hellblazer. They go past the 1,000, approaching the 800-meter marker. Sunflare in the middle just has his head in front from Asterix on the inside. Just behind them there is Tamar. Then we've got Elios, followed there, and keeping him company is Vinam Rao, and a distance behind to Hellblazer in the rear. They've got a little over 600 to run now in the Contralto handicap. Asterix rests the lead by about 1.5 lengths, 2 lengths now separating him from Sunflare. Then comes Tamar, and then being pushed and coming 4 wide there is Vinam Rao. Round the turn now and into the straight, and Asterix is going very nicely in front by about 3.5, 4 lengths. The good of Vinam Rao, Tamar, but they all seem to be closing on him, but a little slowly. It's still Asterix, the leader here, by about 1.5 lengths, 2 lengths, now 3 lengths, the good of Vinam Rao, trying to close the gap on the outside, but it's still Asterix from Vinam Rao. Asterix and Vinam Rao. Vinam Rao now gets up on the outside. Vinam Rao wins this one from Asterix. Then came Elios, followed there by Tamar. So the outcome of the second race, won here by number 5, Vinam Rao, trained by Anil Kumar, ridden by Hindu Singh, the property of Cherian Abraham, Ananta Narayan Suresh, and Namara Pon.
Dividend for the second race of Calcutta: 5 win pays ₹22, 5 place pays ₹15, and 2 place pays ₹10. Second horse pool pays ₹24, third horse pool pays ₹56. Quinella pays ₹18, forecast pays ₹44. Your attention please. Tanala pays ₹321. The winning combination is 5, 2 and 3. In the exacta pool, as there are no winning ticket, the gross pool amount of ₹340 is carried over. In the second leg of first triple pool, there are 344 successful tickets. In the first leg of jackpot pool, the gross pool collection is ₹2,80,350 on 5,876 successful tickets.
We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Win Song Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1200 meters. Couple of runners from race number 148, Star Romance, who came down from Bombay. This was the first start for Star Romance, who went on a start to finish mission, but into the last 200 meters, packed up for home, finished on second last. We had number 8, which was Remy Red, who came up with a run towards the late stages of the race and eventually finished on second. Remy Red took the turn in 8th spot. The winner here was Blackstone. Number 2, Maktub. Number 10, Horus the Great. This is from race number 145, where Maktub was in 5th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th. Horus the Great, who took the turn in 3rd spot, dropped back very rapidly and eventually finished on last of 11 runners. The winner here was Fortune Teller, who got that race by almost 4 lengths. Number 3 is 26 Black, who was mostly campaigned in the Classics, finished on 4th in the 1000 guineas, again 4th in the Oaks, then ran 4th in 2400 meters race, finally came good in race number 108, where it won over 1400 meters, beating Star Justice. Last start went over 1600 meters, was a little slowly out of the gates, took the turn in 7th spot, made a couple of placings and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Star Prosperity. Couple of runners, Emrys and Gimla. Emrys, who took the turn in 10th spot. This was from race number 154, where they went over 1100 meters. Embry eventually weakened and finished on last of 12 runners. Gimla, who took the turn in 7th spot, made some late gains and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Zucker, who got that race by a widening margin of 5.5 lengths. Number 5 is Rhapsody in Green. Rhapsody in Green was a winner in race number 2, then finished on 2nd in race number 30, finished on 3rd in race number 49 last start. Rhapsody in Green was in 4th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Zuma. This was over 1600 meters in race number 101. Number 9 is Fancy Nancy. Fancy Nancy has had 3 eye-catching starts so far in the season, has been a little unlucky, finished on 3rd in race number 116 behind Star Prosperity, 2nd behind Dubai Star in race number 134. Last start was over 1600 meters in race number 150, was in 3rd spot in a 3-way finish, finished on 3rd. The ride of Hindu Singh today. 11, My Princess. Back-to-back wins for My Princess. What a season she has had after coming down from Western India. Today the mount of Mustaqim Alam. Last start was in 3rd spot, then weaved a passage towards the inside and staved off the late challenge of Dali Swirl and won that race eventually by a half a length.
Your attention please. Please note, in the 3rd race in Kolkata, horse number 1 Star Romance carries 58 kilos, claiming a 2 kilo allowance. Horse number 3 26 Black carries 54.5 kilos, claiming a 2 kilo allowance. And horse number 8 Remy Red carries 48.5 kilos, claiming a 4 kilo allowance. Horse number 2 Maktub carries 57.5 kilos, including half a kilo overweight. I repeat, horse number 1 Star Romance carries 58 kilos, claiming a 2 kilo allowance. Horse number 3 26 Black carries 54.5 kilos, claiming a 2 kilo allowance. Horse number 8 Remy Red carries 48.5 kilos, claiming a 4 kilo allowance. Horse number 2 Maktub carries 57.5 kilos, including half a kilo overweight.
So we move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Winsong Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible in Class 3 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. I will take you to the top 4 in the market, and the first one I will go through is a horse looking for a hat trick, which is My Princess. 2 starts, 2 wins, is quoted here at 6 to 4. The mount of Mustaqim Alam. My Princess is really going strength to strength, and will definitely be a horse which will be everybody's vision, and they would have to come out and beat My Princess. The second favorite is Fancy Nancy. She's been knocking on the door. Fancy Nancy, 3 starts. It's been a tad unlucky so far, but today going over 1200. She's been traveling over mile and 1400 so far, but 1200 perhaps could favor her. Next one we got is Gimla. Gimla, 3 starts for Gimla. The last start finished on 5th. The booking of P.S. Chauhan, who rode it last time out, when a no-whip race. So Gimla definitely parading very nicely, just going past me. A beautiful looking horse. And then we got number 8, Remy Red. Remy Red is a winner of an earlier start. Last 2 start finish on 2nd. Today the booking of S. Saba, who takes 4 kilos off, could definitely bring Remy Red right into the reckoning. While My Princess is the horse that everybody has to come out and beat, I think this is a very strong field, and I think we could see an upset if My Princess does not win. So the runners and riders are parading in the paddock and leaving it right now. They will do their customary parade past the grandstand and then make their way to the starting gate over to Mr. Cyrus Madden, who's going to call them home for the Winsong Handicap.
So the runners and riders for the third race now, the Winsong Handicap, on their way to the 1200 meter marker. Latest bookmakers odds, number 11, My Princess, now at 9 to 4 against. Number 8, Remy Red, next in demand, 13 to 4. Number 6, Gimla at 5 to 1. Number 9, Fancy Nancy at 5 to 1, longer odds the rest. So fairly open race this from the betting. On your screen there you can see Greenwich, but the bookmakers odds show quite a change, and the last one to come out onto the racetrack now is number 5, Rhapsody in Green, who'd been playing up a bit, but on your screen there you've got Star Romance and Maktub. Being led to the gates without the rider are Fancy Nancy and so the latest bookmakers odds are shown on the screen. Number 11, My Princess at 9 to 4. Number 8, Remy Red at 13 to 4. Number 6, Gimla 5 to 1. Number 9, Fancy Nancy 5 to 1. Longer odds the rest. So that's the way they bet here for this third race, the Winsong Handicap. And the latest bookmakers' odds now showing this to be a very, very open affair. 3-1 the field is what they're saying. Number 11, My Princess, drifting out, now 3-1. Number 9, Fancy Nancy, coming in for a little bit of support there at 4-1. Number 8, Remy Red at 17-4. Number 6, Gimler at 6-1, and longer odds the others. So they're just beginning to arrive now at the starting gates. You can see 26 Black, Greenwich, Horace the Great, and My Princess trotting up there on your screen. But 3-1 the field for this Winsong handicap, and being run over 1200 meters. We wait for loading operations. So 10 of the 11 runners at the starting gate. They're just waiting for Fancy Nancy, who's being led to the gates without the rider. And the bookmakers' odds show number 11, My Princess, 3-1. Number 9, Fancy Nancy, 4-1. Number 8, Remy Red, 17-4. Number 6, Gimler, 6-1. Longer odds the rest. Emery's has also reached the gates without the rider. They just wait now for the riderless Fancy Nancy, who's being led to the gates without the rider. Fancy Nancy finally getting to the gates, and the horses are now being stalled for the Windsong handicap. 26 Black being walked up. In the meanwhile, Remy Red has moved in. So too has Maktub. Fancy Nancy has also been stalled. I beg your pardon, that was Horus the Great that's been stalled. Rhapsody in Green getting in, so is Star Prosperity. Star Romance now walking in. Gimler is the next one to enter the gates. Just 3 out behind, and that's My Princess, Fancy Nancy, and Emery's. My Princess being led up. My Princess has been stalled. The riderless Emery's with the blinds on, and Fancy Nancy are the two waiting to be stalled. Emery's a little full of himself there behind the gates. Meanwhile, Fancy Nancy has moved in. They're just waiting for the riderless and blindfolded Emery's. The riderless and blindfolded Emery's in no mood to work towards the starting gates. The handlers trying to coax him in. They've got him right up to the stalls now, and Emery's turns away. So 10 of the 11 runners in, and they looked like they were having a bit of a problem there with Gimler, but seems to have settled down now in stall number 9. And they're probably going to take Emery's in front of the gates now to see if they can back him in. So the blindfolded and riderless Emery's holding up the start here. Emery's being very cussed there and very mulish in front of the starting gates now. Still trying to back him into stall number 7. Emery is a big strapping bay and weighs well over 500 kilos. But the handler's doing a marvelous job now in backing the riderless and blindfolded Emery's in. All 11 runners in the gates. They're just waiting for Schiller to get back aboard onto Emery. Schiller back on board, all 11 in the gates. And there's Gimler playing up again inside the gates in stall number 9, almost trying to crawl out from under the stalls. They've settled him down now. And they're off and racing for the Windsong handicap. Little slowly out there was Star Romance on the wide outside. But as they settle down, it's Maktub towards the inside. Gimler now passes them all on the outside to take it up from My Empress. Maktub thereabouts. Then there's Greenwich, followed there by 26 Black, Rhapsody in Green. Then comes Horus the Great. Just behind them there is Emery's, followed there by Fancy Nancy. As they go past approaching the 600-meter marker, and Rhapsody in Green has made a quick forward move, although traveling a little wide, and about a length and a half now the good of Gimler in second. Then there's My Princess. Greenwich is traveling about 4 horses off the fence. On the inside rails is Maktub. Just behind them there is 26 Black. Then we've got Emery's, followed there by Fancy Nancy and Star Romance. Round the turn now and into the straight, and Gimler just the leader, and Rhapsody in Green looking threatening up on the outside. Then there's 26 Black and Fancy Nancy coming with a run on the stand side. but as they've got 150 to run, and on the inside, on the wide outside, Gimla and Fancy Nancy flies past them on the stand side. On the inside, 26 Black. 26 Black just may have made it here from Fancy Nancy and My Princess. So they were really strung out there across the track. 26 Black on the inside and Fancy Nancy on the wide outside, locked together, 3-horse finish. But it does look as though 26 Black coming through on the inside has prevailed. We wait for the judge's verdict, but the winner, unconfirmed result, is number 3, 26 Black, trained by D.M. David, ridden by apprentice Abdul Fazal, the property of Divesh Poddar, Naveen Bimriwal and D.M. David. Came with run along the inside railings. Here it is now, the replay. You've got Gimla down the middle, Rhapsody in green on the wide outside. 26 Black is right behind them, tucked in on the fence. Then there's Greenwich. But as they straighten for the final run in, and Gimla just the leader from Rhapsody in green, then you can see 26 Black getting into top gear on the inside rails. And Fancy Nancy comes with a very fast run on the wide outside. It's now My Princess, 26 Black, Gimla down the middle, and on the stand side there comes Fancy Nancy moving fastest of all, but with about 50 to run, and 26 Black just about prevails from Fancy Nancy, My Princess and Gimla.
The results of the third race at Kolkata: number 3, 26 Black, first; number 9, Fancy Nancy, second; number 11, My Princess, third; number 6, Gimla, fourth; number 2, Maktoub, fifth. I repeat: number 3, 26 Black, first; number 9, Fancy Nancy, second; number 11, My Princess, third; number 6, Gimla, fourth; number 2, Maktoub, fifth. The distances in time: won by half a length, ahead between second and third, 3 lengths between third and fourth, half a length between fourth and fifth, time 1 minute 11.964 seconds. I repeat: half, head, 3, half, time 1 minute 11.964 seconds. The close finish for the second place is displayed on the CCTV. I repeat, the close finish for the second place is displayed on the CCTV.
Your attention please. The all clear has been given for the third race in Kolkata.
And they're off and racing for the Winsong handicap. Little slowly out there was Star Romance on the wide outside. But as they settle down, it's Maktub towards the inside. Gimler now passes them all on the outside to take it up from My Empress. Maktub thereabouts. Then there's Greenwich, followed there by 26 Black, Rhapsody in green. Then comes Horus the Great. Just behind them there is Emery's, followed there by Fancy Nancy. As they go past approaching the 600-meter marker, and Rhapsody in green has made a quick forward move, although traveling a little wide, and about a length and a half now the good of Gimler in second. Then there's My Princess. Greenwich is traveling about 4 horses off the fence. On the inside rails is Maktub. Just behind them there is 26 Black. Then we've got Emery's, followed there by Fancy Nancy and Star Romance. Round the turn now and into the straight, and Gimler just the leader, and Rhapsody in green looking threatening up on the outside. Then there's 26 Black and Fancy Nancy coming with a run on the stand side. But as they've got 150 to run, and on the inside, on the wide outside, Gimler and Fancy Nancy flies past them on the stand side. On the inside, 26 Black. 26 Black just may have made it here from Fancy Nancy and My Princess. So they were really strung out there across the track. 26 Black on the inside and Fancy Nancy on the wide outside, locked together, 3-horse finish. But it does look as though 26 Black coming through on the inside has prevailed. We wait for the judge's verdict, but the winner, unconfirmed result, is number 3, 26 Black.
on to the fourth race of the afternoon, the Aziz Cup for horses 3-year-old only, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First runner we are looking at is Snow Leopard, was winner in first start in race number 31. Since then has had a second place efforts behind Lady Sunshine in race number 55. Last start was in second spot as they entered the home straight, came up with a run towards down the center and eventually finished on third. The winner here was Global Influence, who got that race by almost 3 lengths. Number 2 is Hand of God. First start for Hand of God was in race number 132, where it went on a start to finish mission, was finding something in front, but Sea Salt Caramel, who's a very experienced runner, eventually started to assert, and Hand of God did the next best thing, finished on second to the amount of PP Deve. Number 3 is No Worry. No Worry, after coming down from southern India, first start for No Worry was in race number 160, where it was in second spot, was fluttering for a while, then started to weaken and eventually finished on second last. The winner here was No Mitzi, who made every poster winning one, eventually had almost 4 1/4 lengths to spare. Number 7 is Marcolini. 3 stars for Marcolini. First start finished on third in race number 69, where behind Natural Grace. Then again in race number 93 finished on behind Natural Grace. This time was fourth. Last start was in race number 115, where it took the turn in fourth spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on third. The winner here was Villalal. Number 8 is Matangi. Matangi's first start was in race number 146 and was a decent start, where Matangi went on a start to finish mission, and Piper had to really pull out all stocks to get the measure of Matangi, and eventually just Matangi lost out by a long neck, the mount of Hindu Singh. So we move on to the fourth race of the afternoon, the Aziz Cup, the feature race of the afternoon. This race being for horses 3-year-old only, to be run over a distance of about 1200 meters. I got Danny sir with me. Sir, tell us about number 1, Snow Leopard, the mount of SR1, already a winner in an earlier start, last 2 starts, second and a third.
Thanks, Albert. Snow Leopard's giving weight to the field because she's the only winner here, ridden by Zarwan. And she's a winner, as you said, and then a second and a third. And today she's looking well in the paddock, well turned out and looking really fit. So I think she'll run a capital race.
Moving on to number 2, Hand of God, a Maradona reference, the mount of PP Debe. 1 start for Hand of God, finished on a decent second. Then eventually. So just passing us, sir, tell us about it.
He's a big made horse, as all Smuggler's Cove colts are, and he's had a good second to Sea Salt Caramel, which really won impressively by 3 lengths, and he's looking really fit for a horse who's had a start and come into this.
Number 3 is No Worry, an experienced runner who's come down from southern India with a lot of experience there, and one start where it was running on decently, but into the last 200 meters went a little backward. So tell us about No Worry.
Well, Imran Chisti is riding the gelding. He is a compact horse, a little light framed, and yeah, I think on looks, on his 5th and things, it'll be a little difficult I feel, in today's race.
Number 4, Happy Morning, running here on debut. One of the many runners which are running on debut here. Aurazan out of Queen of Hearts. Tell us about the way it's parading. Just went there. It is actually just dropped the rider. So it's
yeah, he's playing up a bit.
Playing up a lot.
He's a horse going out on debut, little on his toes, fractious, playing up, and looks like he needs to really settle down and get into his racing. We'll move on to number 5, Impressive Annie, also a filly which is going for a debut run, ridden by R.S. Bhati, drawn 9, so she's got the widest draw. Looking well, slightly on the heavy side, I'd say, would need the run.
Had a mock race, Danny sir, where she ran on credibly 3rd, and one was not really extended, but was running freely.
That's right. She's looking better for the mock race, and she looks nice, I would say, but having bred her myself, I trained the mare and sent her for breeding. She's turned out nice, this filly.
Okay. Number 6 is Main Street, a horse which was getting a little worked up earlier, but seems to have settled down now.
Well, a compact filly from by the sire Smuggler's Cove, ridden by Neeraj Rawal. Looks all right for a debut. Not looking that great.
Number 7 is Marcolini, a little bit on her toes, a 3rd couple of times so far, the mount of Mustaqim Alam. Tell us a little bit about Marcolini.
Marcolini's had some experience, running for the 4th time, has had 2 thirds and a 4th, run behind Natural Grace. On fitness and experience, certainly has as many runs as Snow Leopard here.
Another one
should run better.
Sorry to interrupt you there, sir. Number 8 is Mathangi. Mathangi was very impressed with the way Mathangi came out and ran the time, and the winner had to really pull out all stalls. Byberry, who is also a decent type. So I think Mathangi, what do you make about Mathangi?
Well, Mathangi is getting 4 kilos from Snow Leopard, the winner, the only winner coming into this field, and was very impressive on debut. Just went down by a long neck. Can come out and win this.
Well, last runner is number 9, Quatertus, and well, Quatertus is running here on debut. Tell us a little bit about it before Mr. Madden takes over.
He's looking well enough for a debut, but I think my choices would be Snow Leopard, Mathangi, and Hand of God.
All right. Well, over to Mrs. Cyrus Madden, and the horses are making their way onto the starting gate.
Your attention, please. Please note, in the 4th race in Kolkata, horse number 4, Happy Morning, has been withdrawn. I repeat, in the 4th race in Kolkata, horse number 4, Happy Morning, has been withdrawn.
So the runners and riders for the fourth race, the Azish Cup, on their way to the starting gates. This is a race for 3-year-olds only, and latest bookmakers odds: number 1 Snow Leopard at 14-10, number 8 Matangi 5-2, number 2 Hand of God 6-1, number 6 Main Street at 15-2, longer odds the rest. And the slight change coming up here: number 1 Snow Leopard now being back down 13-10, number 8 Matangi also having support there at 9-4, number 2 Hand of God at 11-2, and number 6 Main Street at 7-1. That's the way they bet here for this Azish Cup. Runners and riders on their way to the starting gates, and the Azish Cup named after a horse that was owned by Mr. and Mrs. C.M. Varma and Mr. B.M. Varma. Came out and won some big races in his time, including the HSBC Cup. So runners and riders on their way to the starting gates. So you can see the 3-year-olds now coming in behind the gates. Hand of God is there, so too Quasartus. Snow Leopard has been blindfolded. Marcoloni getting there as well, also Main Street along with Matangi. And in this race, number 4, Happy Morning, has been withdrawn. Didn't have a very happy afternoon, reared up in the parade ring and came down very awkwardly. Marcolini was the first to walk in. The horses are now being stalled for the Azish Cup. Also getting in there was Quasartus. Hand of God now walks in, goes in quietly, so too does No Worry. Main Street is the next one to enter the gates. And so far the 3-year-olds being impeccably behaved there as they walk in without any trouble. Matangi with the blinds on being walked into stall number 1. Matangi has moved in. They just wait now for Snow Leopard and Impressive Annie. Impressive Annie turning away from the gates. Snow Leopard has been blindfolded. Impressive Annie drawn on the extreme outside in draw number 9. She's been stalled. Last one into the gates will be Snow Leopard. All 8 runners in the gates now. They seem to be having a little bit of a problem there with Quasartus in stall number 2. Jockey Jaiswal trying to get back onto the saddle. They're all in. And they're off and racing for the Aziz Cup. Losing quite a bit at the start there was Quasatis. But as they settle down to race, and Snow Leopard is the first to show out in the early stages here from Hand of God up on the outside. A little wider outside there comes Main Street. On the wide outside is Impressive Annie, about 2.5 lengths away. Then No Worry. On the inside of No Worry then comes Marcoloni and Matangi. They're going past the 800-meter marker, and Snow Leopard on a start-to-finish mission by about 2 lengths now, separating him from Hand of God. 1.5 lengths away, No Worry up on the outside there, Main Street. 2.5 away, making steady progress, Matangi. About 3.5 lengths adrift. Then we go back to Impressive Annie, dropping back Marcoloni. Round the turn now into the straight, and Snow Leopard comes in home first. About 3.5, 4 lengths, the good of Matangi moving up on the outside. And then about 3.5 lengths behind them there is No Worry and Hand of God. But at the distance post, and it's still Snow Leopard going very nicely in front and extending the margin of victory. It's all over, bar the shouting. Snow Leopard roaring to victory here. She wins very comfortably from Matangi. Then came Main Street and No Worry. So the outcome of the 4th race, won by number 1, Snow Leopard, trained by Neil Darashah, ridden by Zerwan, the property of Manjri Horse Breeders Farm Private Limited and Aniruddha Nazig. Jumping out, hitting the front from the word go, and after that she just went further and further away. So no problems here for the even money favorite Snow Leopard. She jumped out from stall number 5, took over the running, and after that Zerwan just had to ride her out hands and heels, and she won it very, very convincingly indeed. We wait now for the replay. In the race after, but we'll have to see who's come down. But here's the replay. Snow Leopard has a lead of almost 6 to 7 lengths there over Matangi, now moving up to be into 2nd position. And then Hand of God, and on the outside is No Worry, and Main Street coming in with a run on the stand side. But it's all hands and heels with 200 meters to run, and Snow Leopard, being reminded of her task, quickens very nicely with Zerwan peeking over his shoulder to win it very convincingly from Matangi, who's 2nd. Then came Main Street and No Worry.
The results of the 4th race at Kolkata. Number 1, Snow Leopard, 1st. Number 8, Matangi, 2nd. Number 6, Main Street, 3rd. Number 3, No Worry, 4th. Number 7, Marcolini, 5th. I repeat, number 1, Snow Leopard, 1st. Number 8, Matangi, 2nd. Number 6, Main Street, 3rd. Number 3, No Worry, 4th. Number 7, Marcolini, 5th. The distances and time: 1 by 4.5 lengths, 5.25 lengths between second and third, a length and 3/4 between third and fourth, 2 lengths between fourth and fifth. Time: 1 minute 11.554 seconds. I repeat, 4.5, 5.25, 1 3/4, 2. Time: 1 minute 11.554 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the winning trainer with me of the fourth race of the day, Mr. Neil Darasha, winning it with Snow Leopard. Congratulations firstly on your win with Snow Leopard. This is her fourth start, already 2 wins, giving weight to the entire field as it was a penalty race, and she comes out and wins comfortably. How do you feel?
Always feels good to win with a 3-year-old. Well, she's run with some very nice horses, and I think she's strengthened a little bit with the break and coming into this race. She's given the weight nicely. She's beaten them very convincingly, and I look forward to racing her in the monsoon over here.
Well, you're definitely one of the trainers who know how to keep their owners happy. So any words for your owners?
I mean, no words are enough for my owners, and for the support they've given me, and it's incredible. And I know Sarosh must be watching, and Hemant sir, and all the other owners. Just thank you very much for giving me this chance to come here and do well.
Congratulations once again, and many more to you. Thank you.
Your attention please. The all clear has been given for the 4th race in Kolkata. Please note deductions on bets placed with bookmakers prior to the withdrawal of horse number 4 Happy Morning will be announced shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the presentation area to present the 4th race, the Azish Cup. I would request Mr. Rustam E. Daroga to do the honors, please. Won by Snow Leopard, owned by Messrs. Manjari Horse Breeders Farm Private Limited and Mr. Aniruddha R. Nadig. I would request the trainer to receive the cup on behalf of his owners. Trained by Mr. Neil Darasha and was ridden by jockey S. Zervan. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the winning connections of the 4th race of the day, the Azish Cup, won by Snow Leopard, trained by Mr. Neil Darasha, and was ridden by jockey S. Zervan. Congratulations once again to the winning connections. Thank you.
Your attention please. May I have attention please. Bookmakers, please note. Win and place bets lead with bookmakers prior to the announcement of the withdrawal of horse number 4. Happy Morning, the 4th race will not be reduced. I repeat, bookmakers, please note. Win and place bets lead with bookmakers prior to the announcement of the withdrawal of horse number 4. Happy Morning, the 4th race will not be reduced.
And they're off and racing for the Azish Cup. Losing quite a bit at the start there was Quasatis. But as they settle down to race, and Snow Leopard is the first to show out in the early stages here from Hand of God up on the outside. A little wider outside there comes Main Street. On the wide outside is Impressive Annie, about 2.5 lengths away. Then No Worry. On the inside of No Worry then comes Marcoloni and Matangi. They're going past the 800-meter marker, and Snow Leopard on a start-to-finish mission by about 2 lengths now, separating him from Hand of God. 1.5 lengths away, No Worry. Up on the outside there, Main Street. 2.5 away, making steady progress, Matangi. About 3.5 lengths adrift. Then we go back to Impressive Annie, dropping back, Marcoloni. Round the turn now into the straight, and Snow Leopard comes in home first. About 3.5, 4 lengths, the good of Matangi moving up on the outside. And then about 3.5 lengths behind them there is No Worry and Hand of God. But at the distance post, and it's still Snow Leopard going very nicely in front and extending the margin of victory. It's all over, bar the shouting. Snow Leopard roaring to victory here. She wins very comfortably from Matangi. Then came Main Street and No Worry. So the outcome of the 4th race, won by number 1, Snow Leopard, trained by Neil Darasha, ridden by Zerwan, the property of Manjari Horse Breeders Farm Private Limited and Aniruddha Nadig.
Total as an announcement. In the 4th race of Calcutta, horse number 4 has been withdrawn. In the 3rd leg of jackpot pool, all the tickets on that horse have been transferred to horse number 1, being the first favourite horse in total as of win pool at Calcutta. In the 1st leg of second triple pool, all the tickets on that horse have been transferred to horse number 1, being the first favourite horse in total as of win pool. All win plays forecast Tanala, second horse pool, third horse pool bets on horse number 4 will be refunded in accordance with the rules. In the 2nd leg of mini jackpot pool, all the tickets on that horse have been transferred to horse number 1, being the first favourite horse in total as of win pool at Calcutta. Dividend for the 4th race of Calcutta: 1 win pays rupees 18, 1 place pays rupees 11, 8 place pays rupees 12, and 6 place pays rupees 21. Second horse pool pays rupees 30, third horse pool pays rupees 54. Quinella pays rupees 27, forecast pays rupees 46. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 283. The winning combination is 1, 8 and 6. Exacta pays rupees 275. The winning combination is 1, 8, 6 and 3. In the second leg of mini jackpot pool, there are 238 successful tickets. In the first leg of second triple pool, the gross pool collection is rupees 61,930 on 2,856 successful tickets. In the third leg of jackpot pool, there are 204 successful tickets.
Moving on to the fifth race of the afternoon, the Colombiana Handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. We got 6, but very competitive 6 horses going to push for this one. Number 1 is Life is Good, who is the second favorite at 72. Life is Good already has won couple of times and last couple of times has placed third. The mount of Mohit Singh looks decent in the paddock. Number 2, Stormy Ocean, your favorite at even money now. The mount of Imran Chisti, last start, very impressive winner, Stormy Ocean, and should go strength to strength, Stormy Ocean. Number 3, Kiefer, what a consistent horse Kiefer has been so far. Today the mount of R.S. Bhatti, and Kiefer going over 400 meters less. Kiefer might just make a race out of it. Kiefer is quoted at 8 to 1. Number 4, Star Justice, the mount of Mustaqim Alam. The last start finished on second. Sparingly raced mare is Star Justice. Number 5, Rimmel, the mount of Rafiq Sheikh is one of the outsiders in this race, along with Star Justice, both at 15 to 1 and 20 to 1. And lastly, number 6 is Tusaw. Tusaw quoted at 8 to 1, the mount of Neeraj Rawal. Last start, Tusaw finished on second to Parker by a neck. So in conclusion, I think the horse everybody has to come out and beat is Stormy Ocean. I think Kiefer might as well do that. So that's the lineup for the fifth race of the afternoon, the Colombiana Handicap.
So we move on to the fifth race of the afternoon, the Columbiana Handicap, for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66 eligible, to be run over a distance of about 1600 meters. The runners and riders are making their way to the starting gate. The latest bookmakers odds: number 2, Stormy Ocean at 100 to 95 on. Number 1, Life is Good, is at 17 to 4. Number 6, Tusaw at 15 to 2, and number 3, Kiefer 8 to 1. Longer odds the rest. So that's how they bet here in Calcutta for the Columbiana Handicap, the fifth race of the day. Please note there will be a mock race run immediately after the completion of the last race. There will be 4 runners in the mock race to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. We got Dubai Flame, track number 202, Fortune Warrior, track 203, Clever Hans, track 270, and Intense Belief, track 360. So 4 runners taking part in the mock race to be run over a distance of 1200. It will be conducted immediately after the completion of the last race. So the runners and riders about 100 meters away from the 1600 meter start. They start from the mile chute. No change in the bookmakers odds. Barring Star Justice, who's still about 100 meters away, the other 5 runners have reached the starting gate. In fact, there's one more runner which is just passing the 1600, and that's Stormy Ocean. In fact, that's passing the 1800. So we will wait for Stormy Ocean to get there. The other 5 runners have reached the starting gate. We just passed the scheduled start time. Once Stormy Ocean arrives at the starting gate, we should have the loading operations commence immediately. Stormy Ocean just getting to the starting gate. We just wait for the orange marker to go up, which should indicate the loading operation has started. They are blindfolded Life is Good. They have also blindfolded Star Justice, and they are blindfolding the favorite Stormy Ocean now, who's closing here at even money. The loading operations has just begun. The first one into the gates will be Rimmel. Rimmel walks in quietly. They're trying Life is Good. Shying away as Life is Good. They're also trying Kiefer. Life is Good gets in with the second try. Kiefer being taken in. They're trying Tusaw now. Tusaw gets in. Going forward is Star Justice. Star Justice has been taken in. The favorite Stormy Ocean will come in to complete the line. With that, they're in. The track is clear. Set for a start. And they are away and racing for the fifth race of the day, the Columbiana Handicap. Almost an even start by all the 6 runners as the field settles down to race. Star Justice just the leader, being passed by Kiefer. Racing up with the pace, there is Stormy Ocean. Not too far away, there is Tusaw being joined and passed on the outside there by Rimmel, giving them a long start. There is Life is Good. The race past the 1200. Keen going Rimmel on the outside, joining Kiefer in front. They're going neck and neck, about length and a half, 2 lengths behind. We got Stormy Ocean in box seat, length and a half, 2 lengths behind. We go back to Tusaw. Not too far away, making a forward move. There was Life is Good, relegating Star Justice to last spot. They take the first right-handed turn. It continues to be Kiefer now, about 3 parts of a length in front of Rimmel. Continues to race cleanly, about 2.5 lengths behind. We got Stormy Ocean, length and a half behind there is Tusaw. Similar distance behind there is Life is Good. Now about 4-5 lengths behind. In the rear there is Star Justice. They pass the 600, get ready to take the turn. Kiefer has extended the margin about 2.5 lengths in front of Rimmel. The one who's sensing the urgency and moving places there is Stormy Ocean. Then we got Tusaw, Life is Good, and Star Justice is way back in the rear. They're at the top of the home straight. Kiefer still about length and a half in front of Stormy Ocean. Now coming up down the center. Then we got Tusaw, and on the wide outside there was Life is Good. It's Kiefer, length and a half in front of Stormy Ocean. Coming up with a run down the center. It's Stormy Ocean from Kiefer, and Stormy Ocean now gone ahead from Tusaw, who's coming up with a belated challenge on the outside. But it's Stormy Ocean from Tusaw, Stormy Ocean, Tusaw, and Stormy Ocean wins it from Tusaw. In third there is Kiefer. Then we are Life is Good, Rimmel, and last of all there was Star Justice. So justifying favoritism and getting a back-to-back win here. Stormy Ocean for Mrs. G. Alford, trained by Rutherford Alford, ridden by Imran Chisti, wins the Columbiana Handicap. We will have the replay shortly on our screen. But your winner justifying the support. Closing here at even money. The replay there, Kiefer cut very honest pace in front. Chasing the pace there was Rimmel. Stormy Ocean with the experienced jockey Imran Chisti sensing the lead that Kiefer may have got into the home straight, moved up places into the last 250, started to throw down a strong challenge, and rest was done by the jockey, by Stormy Ocean, who started to. The one for your notebook would definitely be Tusaw. Came up late into the scene and got into second. So that's your top two. And third there was Kiefer. Over to the judges box for the Columbiana Handicap, the 5th race of the afternoon.
The results of the 5th race at Kolkata: number 2, Stormy Ocean first, number 6, Tusaw second, number 3, Kiefer third, number 1, Life is Good fourth, number 5, Rimmel fifth. I repeat, number 2, Stormy Ocean first, number 6, Tusaw second, number 3, Kiefer third, number 1, Life is Good fourth, number 5, Rimmel fifth. The distance and time: 1 by 3/4 of a length, 3 lengths between second and third, 1 and 3/4 lengths between third and fourth, 3/4 of a length between fourth and fifth. Time 1 minute 38.076 seconds. I repeat, 3/4, 3, 1 and 3/4, 3/4. Time 1 minute 38.076 seconds.
Your attention please. The all clear has been given for the 5th race in Kolkata. Please note, in the 6th race in Kolkata, horse number 3, Sagittary, is being led out early to the start. I repeat, horse number 3, Sagittary, is being led out early to the start.
And there we are racing for the 5th race of the day, the Columbiana Handicap. Almost an even start by all the 6 runners as the field settles down to race. Star Justice just the leader, being passed by Kiefer. Racing up with the pace, there is Tommy Ocean. Not too far away, there is Tusaw, being joined and passed on the outside there by Rimmel, giving them a long start. There is Life is Good. The race past the 1200. Keen going, Rimmel on the outside, joining Kiefer in front. They're going neck and neck, about length and a half, 2 lengths behind. We got Tommy Ocean in box seat, length and a half, 2 lengths behind. We go back to Tusaw. Not too far away, making a forward move. There was Life is Good, relegating Star Justice to last spot. They take the first right-handed turn. It continues to be Kiefer now, about 3 parts of a length in front of Rimmel. Continues to race cleanly, about 2.5 lengths behind. We got Tommy Ocean, length and a half behind. There is Tusaw. Similar distance behind there is Life is Good. Now about 4-5 lengths behind. In the rear there is Star Justice. They pass the 600, get ready to take the turn. Kiefer has extended the margin about 2.5 lengths in front of Rimmel, the one who's sensing the urgency and moving places. There is Tommy Ocean. Then we got Tusaw, Life is Good, and Star Justice is way back in the rear. They're at the top of the home straight. Kiefer still about length and a half in front of Stormy Ocean. Now coming up down the center. Then we got Tusaw, and on the wide outside there was Life is Good. It's Kiefer, length and a half in front of Stormy Ocean, coming up with a run down the center. It's Stormy Ocean from Kiefer, and Stormy Ocean now gone ahead from Tusaw, who's coming up with a belated challenge on the outside. But it's Stormy Ocean from Tusaw, Stormy Ocean, Tusaw, and Stormy Ocean wins it from Tusaw. In third there is Kiefer, then we are Life is Good, Rimmel, and last of all there was Star Justice. So justifying favoritism and getting a back-to-back win here, Stormy Ocean for Mrs. G. Alford, trained by Rutherford Alford, ridden by Imran Chisti, wins the Columbiana Handicap.
Dividend for the 5th race of Calcutta. 2 win pays rupees 16, 2 place pays rupees 15 and 6 place pays rupees 16. Second horse pool pays rupees 48, third horse pool pays rupees 44. Vanilla pays rupees 40, forecast pays rupees 37. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 111. The winning combination is 2, 6 and 3. In the exacta pool, as there are no winning ticket, the gross pool amount of rupees 10 is carried over. In the third leg of mini jackpot pool, there are 140 successful tickets. In the second leg of second triple pool, there are 1,695 successful tickets. In the fourth leg of jackpot pool, there are 142 successful tickets.
We move on to the 6th race of the year for the Meet the Legend handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. The first runner we're looking at is Lucky 9. Lucky 9 has had a decent season so far, winner in race number 50 and race number 96 respectively. The last 2 starts has been third in race number 114, finished on third to Life is Good. Last start was on a start to finish mission into the last 200 meters, didn't really have much to offer but still stayed on in third. The winner here was Dubai Star, who got that race eventually by 2.5 lengths. Couple of runners from race number 142, Udukai, who came down from Mysore. This was the first start for Udukai. Was in 10th spot as they entered the home straight. This was from race number 142 where they went over 1600 meters. Eventually Udukai made up some placings and eventually finished on 7th. 67, who has had a few starts, last 2 starts has been second. In last start was in 5th spot, then came up with a run and eventually finished on 2nd to Super Rakiga. Number 3, Sagittari. Couple of starts for Sagittari. First start race number 30, finished on 4th behind Kiefer. Last start was in race number 105 where it took the turn in 4th spot, started to really drop back and eventually finished on 10th of 12 runners. The winner here was Remy Red, who absolutely pulverized the opposition, won that race by 7 1/4 lengths. Number 4, Cristaldo. Cristaldo was a surprise winner of this race, race number 155, where went on a start to finish mission and really went away from them, won that race by 8.5 lengths. Today the mount of VR Jagdish. Number 5 is Dubai Dunes, has been a little slowly out of the gates in each of his 4 starts. Last start was in race number 159, was in 7th spot as they entered the home straight, then started to make inroads into the race late into the day and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was George Everest, who got that race in a photo by a neck. Couple of runners, Banksy and Power Racer. This was from race number 152 where they went over 1400 meters. Banksy was in 7th spot as they entered the home straight, then eventually finished on 6th. Power Racer, who had finished on 2nd in the Sun Ledger over here, took the turn in 8th spot, took the inside run and eventually finished on board 4th. The winner here was Dubai Station. Finally, number 8 is Born to be Spoiled, winner of race number 107 where it went over 2000 meters. Last start, Born to be Spoiled was in 6th spot, was being pushed throughout there but still finished on 3rd. The winner here was Hoping Sky, who got that race by almost 4 lengths. So that's your lineup for the double header we have midweek, and best of luck and thank you for watching.
We come to the last race of the day, the Meet the Legend Handicap. The horses rated 21 to 46, going over 2,000 meters. We got 9 runners in this race. We got number 1 Lucky 9, who's been running some prominent races, and last time just faded out in the higher class. Down in class this time is working up a little sweat, but he's the horse which stays and will make them all run from the front, I feel. Then we got number 2 Udukai, who's had 1 start over 1600, now running over 2000. Looks fit and well. Might run a much better race than last time. Number 3 we have Sagittari from the stable of Rajesh Naredu. We all know that this horse definitely stays. He's had 1 run after his gelding where he ran 10th in the invitation weekend. Looks a lot better than the last time, and 1 horse to reckon with. Number 4 Cristaldo, a runaway winner last time. Looks fit and well in the paddock, and again the horse definitely runs with a chance. Number 5 Dubai Dunes got left, lost a few lengths at the start in the last in the over a mile. Looks much better and looks to strip up from the last run fit, and I think he's going to run a great race. Then we've got number 6 67, who's been knocking in the doors, had a couple of seconds, a 4th. This filly definitely gets the trip, and we have to watch out for this horse, I think, today. Number 7 Banksy has had 2 starts, 1 7th and 1 6th. This is a horse we know he relishes the extended trip, and another horse who came back from Western India after going from Calcutta. Looks fit and well, and we have to wait and watch how he runs. Number 8 Born to be Spoiled was a horse who finished on well last time and looks absolutely fit and well, and he's a horse I think also who stays, and he's going to be right there, I feel, again. Number 9 Power Racer was running over 2,000 meters from 14, was seen finishing on pretty strongly in the last start, and I think he's a horse who's got a handicap chance, and we'll have to wait and watch how the horses perform today.
So we move on to the last race of the day, the Meet the Legend Handicap. For horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26 eligible, to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality, to be run over a distance of about 2,000 meters. The runners and riders are stepping onto the main track for their parade past the stand and then on their way to the starting gate. I'll take you through the bookmakers' odds. Number 1 Lucky 9, number 6 67, joint favourites at 11 to 4. Number 4 Cristaldo as a 15 to 4. Number 3 Sagittari, number 8 Born to be Spoiled. The odds being changed now. Number 6, 67 is at 5 to 2. Number 1, Lucky 9 is at 13 to 4. Number 4, Cristaldo at 9 to 2. Number 8, Born to be Spoiled is at 6 to 1. Number 3, Sagittari 13 to 2. Number 5, Dubai Dunes 8 to 1, 10 to 1 and longer, the other runners. We have a mock race which will be run immediately after the completion of the last race. The mock race to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. There are 4 runners going to pose for the mock race. Track 202 Dubai Flame, the mount of Hindu Singh. Track 203 Fortune Warrior, the mount of Shahzad Khan. Track 270 Clever Hans, and track 360 Intense Belief, the mount of Arman Khan. So that's your lineup for the mock race, which will be run immediately after the completion of the last race, and the runners and riders are making their way to the starting gate. The runners and riders beginning to arrive at the starting gate. The latest bookmakers odds: number 6, 67, 9 to 4. Number 1, Lucky 9 is at 7 to 2. Number 4, Cristaldo 5 to 1. Number 3, Sagittari is at 7 to 1. Longer odds the rest. So that's how they bet here for the Meet the Legend handicap. Just have about 3 minutes left for the scheduled start time. They've taken Power Racer in front of the gate, will be backed in. We have the jockey of Sagittari who was led to the starting gate, still off his mount. The orange marker going up. The first one looks like it's going to be Udukai. Udukai taken in. We're still working with Power Racer, who's in front of the starting gate, will be backed in. Walking forward is your favorite, 67, closing here at 9-4. Cristaldo walks in. Banksy coming forward. Banksy has been taken in. Lucky 9 gets in now. Not too many to load. Power Racer has been backed in. We just wait for Sagittari. And Born to be Spoiled. Dubai Dunes has been taken in. Sagittari has gone in. Born to be Spoiled. The last one to be loaded. Still circling behind the starting gate. Blindfolded Born to be Spoiled. It's hard to tell from this angle, but I think they're working with one of the runners. They're all good. Born to be Spoiled has been taken in. With that, they're all in. Set for a start. The track is clear. And they're away and racing. Very slowly out of the gates, there is Udukai and Dubai Dunes as the field settles down to race. Cristaldo hits the front. From on the outside, there is Lucky 9. Not too far away, there is Power Racer. Then we go back to 67. On the outside of 67, there is Sagittari making a forward move. Is the slow starting Udukai. For the back in the field, there is Banksy. Then we got Born to be Spoiled, who's been joined on the outside there by Dubai Dunes. So they take the first turn past the mile shoot. It's Lucky 9 who's racing keenly to join Cristaldo in front. About 2.5, 3 behind there is Power Racer, who's been joined on the outside there by Udukai. They pass the 1400. For the back in the field is the slow starting Dubai Dunes, who's on a forward charge. Then we go back to Sagittari. For the back in the field, there is 67, who settled back in third last spot. Second last, there is Banksy. Last of all is Born to be Spoiled. A little over 1300 to go. Cristaldo by a neck to Lucky 9 on the outside. 2.5 behind there is Power Racer. They pass the halfway point. Udukai on the outside towards the inside, making a slide forward move. There is 67. Trapped a little wide into the second turn. There is Sagittari. Then we go back to Banksy. Length and a half, 2 lanes behind there is Dubai Dunes. Giving them a long start. There is Born to be Spoiled there into the last 800. Cristaldo continues to make the pace here, about length and a quarter in front of Sagittari, who's moved up places. Between runners looking for room, there is Power Racer. Then we go back to 67. On the outside, there is Lucky 9, who's been pushed and gone a little wide. Towards the inside, there is Banksy. Then we got Born to be Spoiled, Udukai, and Dubai Dunes. That's the order as the horses take the turn in the last race of the day. Still Cristaldo in front, but Sagittari is the one who's moving up on the outside. Power Racer is going to take the inside run. Down the center, there is Banksy into the last 350 now. And Power Racer towards the inside has taken up the running and gone clear about length and a half in front of Cristaldo. On the wide outside, there is Banksy, but his Power Racer is powering away with the last race of the afternoon. It's Power Racer. Winner has been sighted long way from home. Wins the last race of the day. From Born to be Spoiled, gets up to finish on second. Then we had Banksy. For the back in the field was a long time leader, Cristaldo. Then we went back to Sagittari, Dubai Dunes, Udukai. Second last was Lucky 9. Last of all was your favorite, 67. So what a blistering performance here by Power Racer. Took the shortcut and there was no looking back. Absolutely pulverized this field. We will have the replay shortly on our screen. The replay, you can see Cristaldo, who was perhaps already off steam at the 400 meter marker, but waiting for the cutaway. There was Power Racer, and once it got it, absolutely went away from them. And credit to the trainer, Vikas Jaswal. And Power Racer finally picks up a win for Mrs. Sumita Shah and Mrs. Saurav Chaucharia. That was a very impressive win by Power Racer. Born to be Spoiled will be another one for your notebook. Came up late to force of second place. Then we had Banksy. So over to the judges box to announce the placings for the Meet the Legend handicap.
The results of the 6th race at Kolkata. Number 9, Power Racer, first. Number 8, Born to be Spoilt, second. Number 7, Banksy, third. Number 4, Crystal Doe, fourth. Number 3, Sagittarii, fifth. I repeat, number 9, Power Racer, first. Number 8, Born to be Spoilt, second. Number 7, Banksy, third. Number 4, Crystal Doe, fourth. Number 3, Sagittarii, fifth. The distances and time, won by 8 lengths, half a length between second and third, 4.5 lengths between third and fourth, 6.5 lengths between fourth and fifth. Time 2 minutes 06.703 seconds. I repeat, 8, half, 4.5, 6.5. Time 2 minutes 6.703 seconds.
Your attention please. The all clear has been given for the 6th race in Kolkata.
And there we are racing. Very slowly out of the gates, there is Udukai and Dubai Dunes as the field settles down to race. Cristaldo hits the front. From on the outside, there is Lucky 9. Not too far away, there is Power Racer. Then we go back to 67. On the outside of 67, there is Sagittari making a forward move. Is a slow starting Udukai. For the back in the field, there is Banksy. Then we got Born to be Spoiled, who's being joined on the outside there by Dubai Dunes. So they take the first turn past the mile shoes. It's Lucky 9 who's racing keenly to join Cristaldo in front, about 2.5, 3 behind. There is Power Racer, who's been joined on the outside there by Udukoi. They pass the 1400 for the back in the field as the slow starting Dubai Dunes, who's on a forward charge. Then we go back to Sagittari for the back in the field. There is 67 who settled back in third last spot. Second last there is Banksy. Last of all is bound to be spoiled. A little over 1300 to go. Cristaldo by a neck to Lucky 9 on the outside. 2.5 behind there is Power Racer. They pass the halfway point. Udukoi on the outside towards the inside, making a slide forward move. There is 67. Trapped a little wide into the second turn. There is Sagittari. Then we go back to Banksy. Length and a half, 2 lanes behind there is Dubai Dunes. Giving them a long start. There is Born to be Spoiled there into the last 800. Cristaldo continues to make the pace here, about length and a quarter in front of Sagittari, who's moved up places. Between runners looking for room, there is Power Racer. Then we go back to 67. On the outside, there is Lucky 9, who's been pushed and gone a little wide. Towards the inside, there is Banksy. Then we got Born to be Spoiled, Udukai, and Dubai Dunes. That's the order as the horses take the turn in the last race of the day. Still Cristaldo in front, but Sagittari is the one who's moving up on the outside. Power Racer is going to take the inside run. Down the center, there is Banksy into the last 350 now. And Power Racer towards the inside has taken up the running and gone clear about length and a half in front of Cristaldo. On the wide outside, there is Banksy, but his Power Racer is powering away with the last race of the afternoon. It's Power Racer. The winner has been sighted long way from home. Wins the last race of the day from Born to be Spoiled. Gets up to finish on second. Then we had Banksy. For the back in the field was a long time leader, Cristaldo. Then we went back to Sagittari, Dubai Dunes, Udukai. Second last was Lucky 9. Last of all was your favorite, 67.
Dividend for the sixth race, that is the last race of Calcutta. 9 win pays rupees 122, 9 place pays rupees 24, 8 place also pays rupees 24, and 7 place pays rupees 31. Second horse pool pays rupees 44, third horse pool pays rupees 89, Vanilla pays rupees 289, forecast pays rupees 778. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 8,458. The winning combination is 9, 8 and 7. In the exacta pool, as there are no winning tickets, the gross pool amount of rupees 390 is carried over. In the fourth leg of mini jackpot pool, the dividend is 4,578 on 7 winning tickets. In the third leg of second triple pool, the dividend is 352 on 95 winning tickets. Your attention please. In the jackpot pool, the runner-up dividend for Calcutta races on 142 winning tickets on fourth leg is rupees 319, and the gross jackpot dividend for Calcutta races, including the share of 30% on 10 winning tickets on fifth leg before tax, is rupees 10,916.
The 4 runners are making their way to the starting gate for the mock race to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner which left in the predominantly blue jacket was Dubai Flame track 202. The one in the predominantly yellow jacket, that's Intense Belief track 360. The one in the white and black, that's Fortune Warrior track 203. And one in the dark blue jacket with the yellow cross and gold cap, that's Clever Hans. So that's your 4 runners for the mock race to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. They're making their way to the starting gate. So he's mounting his horse now. The first one to walk in will be Clever Hans. They're trying the Dubai Flame now. The Dubai Flame gets in. Going forward is Intense Belief. 3 of the 4 are in. Fortune Warrior being a little playful on way to the starting gate. The last one to be loaded. With that, all 4 runners in the gate. They're locked up and ready. On their way and racing a little slowly out of the gates, misses the break by about 5 lengths. Intense belief as the field settles down to race. Dubai Flame just the leader. On the outside there is Clever Hans. For the back in the field there is Fortune Warrior, 6-7 lengths behind. Making up the last ground there is Intense Belief joining up the group. Now they take the first wide-handed dead and go past the 800. Now Dubai Flame racing a little keenly on hard held. On the outside, hidden up from your view, there is Clever Hans, and too far away there is Fortune Warrior, who's also under a tight restraint, joining up the group. On the outside, there is Intense Belief. These 4 go past the 600. The pace is honest, even though there are quite a few are hard held as they take the turn towards the inside. As Dubai Flame, Clever Hans, about 3/4 of a length behind. Not too far away, there is Fortune Warrior. About a half a length behind there is Intense Belief. They are at the top of the home straight now. Dubai Flame shows the way. From on the outside there is Clever Hans, who's perhaps taken the lead on the outside and gone about length and a half clear of. Trying to fight back towards the inside there is Dubai Flame. It's Clever Hans from Dubai Flame fighting back towards the inside. It's Clever Hans, Dubai Flame, Clever Hans, Dubai Flame. And Clever Hans gets it from Dubai Flame. Fortune Warrior gets up to finish on third. Then we had the slow starting Intense Belief. So that's your mock race done and dusted with. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for our double header. Have a great day.